Extraterrestrials or aliens have been a part of the big screen for ages. We have seen good aliens becoming friendly with the humans, becoming a part of their lives.
He's adopted.
And we have also seen menacing aliens who only want blood and have also become the center of pop culture and have become a part of modern history. And the best part is, since they are aliens, we can make them however we want. We haven't actually known aliens, so there is absolutely no limit to what we can think of, except of course being limited by only our imagination. And that is where sometimes the alien cookie crumbles. Hey guys, welcome to another video of Screen Savant. Today I will be speaking about the latest aliens that has graced our screens. This guy, brought to you by John Krasinski in The Quiet Place 1 and 2. Right, so the purpose of making this video is not to review the Quiet Place movies, but to rather highlight the fact that the aliens shown in the movies are quite fundamentally dumb.
How's your burger?
The name of the alien that is popularly being used is the Death Angel, which is way better than what I had in mind. Counterfeit Venom. Counterfeit Venom is what I had in mind. Well, it certainly looks like Venom is an alien, came to Earth in a meteorite, can't stand high frequency sounds, and while Venom's weakness is fire, its weakness is water. But I don't see Counterfeit Venom catching on, so for the remainder of this video, I'll stick to Death Angel. The first reason why I think that the aliens are dumb is because their ability to differentiate between sounds is quite inconsistent and quite frankly unintelligent. For example, in the first movie we see Lee Abbott, played by John Krasinski, telling his son that it is perfectly safe to speak and shout near the waterfall, but at the same time in the end of the film, when Evelyn hid behind overflowing water, the creature was distracted by sound outside and left her alone. So now it can differentiate sounds. Also, in the second movie when we see a flock of birds take off, why did it have to rush there to investigate? After being on Earth for more than a year, shouldn't it be able to recognize it's just birds and that they've flown away and there's no point investigating it? While most of these inconsistencies can be meted out to errors in filmmaking, it's still a bad stain on the perception of the creature. The second reason is their lack of structure as a species. Is there a queen they answer to? Are they just maniacal drones who hate sound? What is their lifespan? And if they don't increase in number, can humans outlive them? And have they somehow taken over the entire planet? Because we know that they cannot swim because of their heavy armor, which means that there are so many countries in the world which they couldn't have possibly reached, which means that those countries are perfectly safe. So from the creature's perspective, are they winning or are they losing? Or just surviving? So many questions and not enough answers. The third and most major problem I have with the Death Angels is that they just lack motive, which makes them as a villain weak. We have seen that they don't kill and eat their prey, they just merely kill. We see the bodies of so many humans lying around and they're not missing any faculties. So if they're not after their
Eyes, lungs, pancreas.
what are they after? By that I mean, what is the end goal? If they're not killing and eating their prey, how are they surviving? One theory could be that they eat, let's assume, every 6 months. Then in the remaining parts of the year, why do they go around killing everything that makes the slightest sound? Soon they themselves won't have anything left to eat. So basically they are headed towards extinction caused by their own doing. This could be a good answer to why they landed on Earth in the first place. If you think about it, they could actually be hunter-gatherers, moving from one planet to another, destroying all forms of life and then moving on to the next one. Well, that was my take on the Death Angels, and at this point I think it's something worth mentioning that even though I think that the Death Angels don't have a very well-rounded character development, I by no way think that it affected the outcome of the film. The Quiet Place 1 and 2 are really scary films, and the fact that in the first movie the monsters weren't as prominently shown as in the second movie, that lack of information was just perfect. And I think that is what was so crucial, that the audience's lack of information means nobody can expect what's going to happen next, which makes the film so much more enthralling to watch. Thank you all for watching. Comment down below what was on your mind, and I'll catch you all in the next video.